AMD vs Nvidia. If you're building a gaming PC, you'll inevitably be faced with choosing between the two GPU heavyweights. Both companies make GPU that power the best graphics cards, fighting for supremacy in our GPU benchmarks hierarchy. AMD vs Nvidia isn't the only decision you'll need to make when building a PC, of course. You'll also need to choose between AMD vs Intel CPU. Our focus here will be on graphics, however, and we'll be looking at performance, features, drivers and software, power and efficiency, pricing and more. The AMD vs Nvidia flame wars have been cooking since the late 90s, with Nvidia currently leading in the GPU arena by many metrics. Its graphics cards account for the majority of GPU on the Steam hardware survey, for example, and in terms of pure finances, Nvidia is worth roughly 3 times as much as AMD. For decades, faster GPU have enabled game developers to create increasingly detailed and complex worlds. While you can find everything from budget GPU to high-end offerings from both AMD and Nvidia, when it comes to outright performance, Nvidia has a slight overall lead thanks to the chunky GeForce RTX 3090 Ti. Beyond the pole position, however, it's a closer match. If you look at our GPU benchmarks hierarchy, you'll see that AMD RX 6950 XT owns the top spot at 1008 and 1440, and Nvidia only wins at 4K or in ray tracing games. Of the top 10 fastest GPU, 4 are AMD and 6 are Nvidia. But part of that is thanks to quantity rather than truly different GPU. The RTX 3080 12GB takes a bit of RTX 3080 Ti and a bit of RTX 3080 and mixes them together into a card that ended up matching the 3080 Ti at a lower price point. Of course, the main benchmarks only look at games running API and settings that work on all GPU, which means we haven't included ray tracing or DLSS in the results. We also haven't included any FSR results, and CPU bottlenecks certainly play a role at low resolutions. Here's the updated 2022 performance rankings, showing the overall performance from 8 games and 4 settings/resolutions combinations for our standard test suite, and 4 more charts for our ray tracing suite that uses 6 complex DXR, DirectX ray tracing games. Prior to AMD Navi, GPU power efficiency was decidedly in favor of Nvidia. But Navi changed all that, and Big Navi has further improved AMD efficiency. Using chips built with TSMC 7 FinFET process and a new architecture that delivered 50% better performance per watt, Navi started to close the gap. Except, it was so far behind that even a 50% improvement didn't fully address the efficiency deficiency. But Nvidia's Ampere architecture pushed higher clocks at the cost of efficiency, while AMD Big Navi gets a healthy boost in efficiency from the Infinity Cache. The net result is that Ampere and Big Navi are pretty close to tied. Using Pondetics hardware to capture the real graphics card power use of GPU, we've tested all of the current and recent graphics cards from both companies. We've also tested third-party cards from both sides, but we'll confine the charts to the reference designs as much as possible. Trying to determine a clear winner in the drivers and software category is difficult. Quite a few people previously encountered black screen issues with AMD drivers on RX 5000 Navi series GPU, while others didn't have any difficulties. Newer drivers have fixed these problems, as far as we can tell. Nvidia drivers aren't foolproof either, and depending on the game and hardware, issues crop up for both companies. But is one company doing better with drivers? AMD makes a lot of noise about its yearly driver overhaul. The Radeon Adrenalin 2020 drivers consolidated everything under one large umbrella, aiming to simplify things, though it can be confusing at first if you're used to the older drivers. AMD tends to skip WHQL testing, which means fewer hoops to jump through and potentially more bugs slip through, but Microsoft's assurance of a minimum level of functionality doesn't really mean much for gaming purposes. Who offers the better value in the battle of AMD vs Nvidia? The past 2 years have been a bit of a joke, but things are now greatly improved. You can find all the latest graphics cards in stock at retail now, with many models selling at or below MSRP. But of the many selling at or below MSRP, far more are using AMD GPU than Nvidia GPU, with only the extremely priced RTX 3080 Ti and above selling below MSRP from Team Green. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Keep watching and stay with us subscribing to this channel. Have a great day.